Here with the 2001 Monte Carlo. I'm working on the driver's side door panel. I've been having electrical issues with this car since I bought it, and it has not stopped yet. I've been changing wires out little by little, piece by piece. This is a vertical door kit. That's what they call it. Some people call it Lamborghini doors, but as you know, Lamborghinis don't really open up like this anymore. Some of them do, but nowadays the engine is back in the front on these foreign whips, and the doors are opening back to regular standard ways. So the doors that used to make these cars so lovable are now leaving, and and the engine is coming from the rear and moving up to the front nowadays in all these European cars. So I just call this vertical doors. People call it Lamborghini doors, but I call them vertical doors. Basically, previously the car was wired, and what I've noticed was this is the harness right here, and it has a lock on it which allows the harness to be detached. But if you take a look at it closely, you can see that it's all burnt up, it's melted. Yeah, it looked like a fire happened over here, and it destroyed the harness itself. And I've been picking at it, testing wires, and make sure every wire has a good connection. I did that the first time I took the door apart, and I'll probably do it again sometime soon, while I test all the wiring and the doors to make sure everything's still connected. I took the connections apart and cleaned them out before, and tried my best to clean out the corrosion and all that went bad in these wires. A few of these wires I had to change the connectors and put connector bud on them that look like this. Some people use occasionally use something that looks like this, which is a cap, in the shape of a cap, and you just put the two wires in it and you crimp it down. But I like to use these from time to time. See my door over there just sitting, waiting to go back on the panel. This is a process. My music been giving me problems also. I'm still waiting on my bass amp to get back. I have a 5500 watt in the rear, but that's not my original bass amp. Mine is the BAMF series, and that's not here yet. So I'm using the LFA1 series that I usually put in the truck. Again, I have 3 speakers in the door and a small speaker / tweeter. You see that's 2 over there, plus the little 4-inch, and then right here you can see the other one that's in the factory position. All these speakers do work. Mine is this little tweeter right here. I don't use that. This is a factory tweeter. I never even bothered with it. I just did my own thing in the door. This is my crossover right here. That's my audio pipe crossover. It's the model CRX303. It has an inline, it has a woofer line, a mid-bass, mid-range, and a tweeter line on it. This is what I'm using on both doors. It helps out with the amp not having to work so hard, as well as protecting my speakers if anything was to go wrong. So that's the main reason I have this. This is the wire that I run. I told you the size of the wire does matter. I have this thick, I believe this is 12 gauge wiring. It's very thick 12 gauge wiring running from the amplifier all the way to these doors. This thick wire right here, and I have it run into the crossover, and then the crossover take over and does its thing. Another problem I had was this the window switch for the up and down function. It was giving me problems, and now I fixed it. My window can go up and down with no problems now. It's just small things that have given me a problem that I tend to from time to time. So I call this a little free time from doing other projects, and I'm just taking care of this right now. My amp is still in the shop. It's still with Power Acoustic. It hasn't been sunk back yet. It's a BMF 5500 series. Also, I'm working on putting a new amp rack together for the rear. If you guys remember the inside of the car, I had my amp rack back here. I'm taking it apart, and I'm gonna go to Home Depot tonight and get some piece of plywood or something so I can put it together. You have any questions on what kind of speakers these are, or what kind of crossover you need, or amp that I have in here, you know, just ask questions, leave comments. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, just to let you know, I hit the 150,000 mark on the car. Remember, the engine blew at 145, and I purchased the car at 131. So I reached the 150,000 mark a couple hours ago. Basically, I'm at 150,046 miles. So I hit it a couple of hours ago, between yesterday and today, and you know, this car is still running strong. A lot of changes are coming. I can't tell everybody about the changes, but they're coming. But that's basically a quick update. This is the harness that I have to repair and check and do all this with. It's about, what, I say 18, let me see. About 17 to 18 wires on here. Mine is the factory speaker wires, since I'm using this right here. To improve my music and whatnot. So this is basically it. This is what I'm running right now. This is what I'm going through. Trying to fix all this. Remember, this harness did catch on fire. It had signs of very, very bad damage. And I'm working on cleaning it up. And that's basically it for the day. Just a quick update on the MC. MC is still alive and well and is driving around. But new things are coming. I might not even own this car anymore. I can't even tell you that. But I've taken my time. I put hard work into this car. I've taken a lot of tremendous time into this car. You know, I don't love this car. I just love the things that I'm able to do with the car. You know, if this car were to burn down right now or whatnot, I'll be hurt or whatever. But it is, at the end of the day, it's a car. It's made to drive. Can't spend all this money on this car and have it in public storage or hiding somewhere and not be able to drive it. You know, what's the point of that? That's like me saving money and not being able to spend it on something that I love or want to do. So that's basically it. I think I did accomplish as much as I could with this car, up to date, and it's a work in progress. Basically, it's an update. Again, I hit 150,000 mile mark, and everything's still going strong.